Okay. Hello, my name is Denise Carter, and I'm going to be talking today about fistulated cows. So here's an image of what a fistulated cow looks like. It's the kind of this rubber tubing that's in the side of the cow that leads right to the rumen. So what exactly is a rumen fistula? Rumen fistula is the kind of like the medical term that is used for it, so the more like medically used term. So basically, it's a permanent hole between the internal organ and the outside world of a ruminant animal. You normally see it in cows. So if I refer to cows a lot, it's just because like that's what it's commonly in. It's made of this like really durable plastic, and it comes with like a cap, so like you can close it off, and so like things that are not supposed to get inside the rumen won't get in there. And so yeah, it's just like I don't say gateway, but like a hole into the cow's stomach. And so the procedure for this is, as it says, the cow is standing up during this procedure. Their local anesthesia being administered, and the rumen is like detached from the skin and the body wall of the cow, and then the tube or the plastic covering is like inserted in, and they kind of like reattach the skin to it and back into the body wall, so that this plastic cannula is like inside the animal basically. And the healing process is like 4 to 6 weeks, and after that the cow really doesn't even know it's there. Only way they don't really like feel it when you stick your arm in there. It's just like the pressure difference from having like the hole being like filled with something. So it's not like something that's like super uncomfortable for the animal or anything. It just kind of like seamlessly goes along because it's like built into their like cell skin wall. And so the importance of fistulated cows, the first one is examining and comparing the gut health. A lot of times some cows can have like some health problems in their gut, or their microflora can be dying off, and they can have like a kind of like an upset stomach. And so being able to access the rumen, you can look at the gut health and look at the microflora in it to see kind of like, I guess you can kind of diagnose and see what's going on, and also compare it to like a healthy cow's gut health. And so if you have a healthy cow and you're like, their gut health is like this and the other cow is like lower, you can kind of help that out. And you're also able to take like some of the rumen fluids or the microflora from a healthy cow and put it into a more sick cow and help them like repopulate and get better. Another one is seeing if animal is properly and effectively digesting their rations that they're given. When you're going inside the rumen, you can look and see how they're like digesting their food, if they're actually digesting it. And so you'll know if like they're taking what you're giving them and converting it to energy that they need to carry on their processes and functions. And so it's a cool way and nice way to see like if the rations you're providing to your animal is actually being used by your animal. Another thing is it gives an inside look into the digestive system of ruminants. Other ruminants like goats and sheep have the same kind of like digestive system, and so looking at a cow's fistulated rumen fistula can help you like understand how a sheep or goat works, and it's just able to like do research, and so you can improve different things going on with the digestive tract and the rumen. So here's kind of like a layout of what the inside of the rumen would like look like. When you're like sticking your arm in there, you're not gonna like see this of course, but this is kind of the layers that you're working through. And so the top area where it may just feel like nothing or like air is gas. And normally the fistula is like on the side of the animal, so you're not going directly down into it, you're going to the side, so you may not really come in contact with the gas layer as much, and you might go right into that top layer of like hay and forage that they've eaten that first day. And it's be like a really like, it goes from like an airy layer to like a really thick layer, and as you keep going down, you'll feel like it's like more liquefied, and that's just because towards the bottom is where the cow has like regurgitated and like it's chewing their cud, and so it's been through the process twice, and so it's more broken down than the top layer, which still has to go and be like re-digested, re-chewed up. And so that's kind of how it feels. It's a very warm and like wet environment, and if you run your hands alongside the side, you'll feel like the palpea on the sides, and like that's what helps with the absorption of like the nutrients inside the cow's rumen. I'm going to share a little video. And this is like also showing, this is a cow at KSU, and who is fistulated, and they're like letting people come in and like look at it and see inside the rumen. And Mouse talks a little bit more about like the gut health that I mentioned earlier too.
Which is presented by the student chapter of the American Association of Bovine Practitioners. Furtus features a fistula or hole that allows access to his rumen, or the first digestive chamber of the bovine stomach.
We allow people to go look inside the rumen to see how all the food and nutrients is being digested, and how the animal is able to convert all the grass and hay that he eats into this high quality product that we all consume each and every day.
Having the fistula allows Furtus to fulfill several important duties for the college.
Furtus plays a vital role in our ability to educate veterinary students about the ability of cattle to digest forages, and basically teach our veterinary students about digestive health in cattle. The other function that he has is that he is actually a therapeutic animal, and so Furtus is a normal, healthy, happy steer, and we use him to take normal rumen fluid that allows him to digest forages and transphonate that fluid into a sick animal to help them recover from disease. And so cattle that are sick for any reason get digestive disturbances, much like people get stomach upsets. And we take the rumen fluid from Furtus, we put it into the sick animal, and that helps speed up their recovery. And so we like to think of Furtus as saving as many cattle as we do in the state of Kansas.
So that just spoke more into like how I mentioned the whole gut health thing, and how you can take the gut health or the microphilia from one cow and put it to another to help them kind of like recover from being sick or whatever is going on with them. And so that just kind of showed that. And lastly, this is a picture of me. I took took a dairy course here at UGA, and two of the steers at the dairy farm were fistulated. And so one of our labs one day was we got to go out there, talked about what actually fistulation is, and we got to put on the super long gloves, and we all like took turns between the two cows, like reaching our arm in and trying to like feel for those layers that I talked about earlier. And like I said, it was like this really thick matte layer, and then it kind of got like more liquefied as toward the bottom. It's also like a super warm environment, so on the inside, and it was really cool to see. I believe the cows are still here in UGA. I don't know if you have to be in the course to like go like check them out or anything, but this is kind of what got me excited about the topic, was being able to actually like go to the farm and like try this out, and like kind of like see or take what like my teacher taught me, and like actually like, oh yeah, I feel the different layers, and I understood why there were different layers. And so it was pretty cool to me, and kind of why I really like this topic. But yeah, thank you for listening.